Learning how to potty train a puppy can be a challenge. But there is a way to train dogs with great success. This way accidents will be few and your new puppy will know what to do within only a few days of house training. Training puppies to stop using the floor to relieve themselves is important. Teaching your puppy good potty habits is the basis for a trusting and loving relationship between you and your new family member. Ignoring potty training, on the other hand, is one of the major reasons that people return, sell or even put their dogs down. As you can see, it's important to understand how to get it right. It's not a walk in the park, actually, it'll be a lot of walks in the park. And accidents will happen. That's just part of the game and you must be ready to deal with them, as well. When you and your puppy master this, it will make your life much easier. Your puppy will be happy and confident, which will give your relationship a great start. Here's my ultimate potty training guide which will support your training program. It may even set you and your puppy up for potty training success fast. How to potty train a puppy fast. The fundamentals. When you remember these basic instructions, it will enable you to set the right course from the get-go. This way, you'll be sure always to stay on track on how to potty train your puppy, even when there are accidents and setbacks. First of all, be picky when you choose your breeder. It starts with them and the habits they give your puppy when raising them. So check them out, visit the puppies at home with the breeder, ask for habits and observe their behavior. Do they carry the puppy outside when it needs to go? Even when you visit them, the dog breeder should still pay the puppies a lot of attention. Secondly, remember to keep a cool head. You're the trusted adult here. Your puppy is a child in dog terms and you must be a consistent parent. Your policy should be to go outside with your puppy when needed and not just when it suits you. You also must go out with her when you're tired or would much rather talk to your friends. Or even when you think it's not your turn and you're busy doing something else that seems more important. The idea is to catch your puppy when she needs to do her business and get her outside fast so she makes the connection. You also need to be patient. It is wrong to rush your puppy when she's outside. Give her all the time she needs when you're out walking. You must accept that how to train a puppy doesn't happen in one day. Your pet is your responsibility, she's depending on you. Above all, praise your puppy in a soft voice whenever she gets it right. It's a big deal, so let her know how pleased you are. But keep your voice down. You don't want to startle your puppy or interrupt her in the act, as this can make her afraid of you. Offer positive reinforcement like praise and treats. When she is all finished, you can celebrate all you want. This way your puppy knows what she did was fantastic, and also, you'll have fun together. Although it is easy to say, yet a bit more difficult to do, keep a close eye on your puppy always. Even so, it's important that she doesn't run around your home on their own. Tips for watching your pup in a big home. So, if your home is too big for you to look out for your pup all the time, restrain her to a small area. Alternatively, you can give her a privacy break in her crate. Watch your puppy constantly, especially when she goes outside to relieve herself. Keep her on a leash and go outside with her. This has two major functions. First, to encourage your puppy to go by using the same phrase every time, like, go pee, or, go potty. This may ultimately help you make your puppy go on command when you go to her favorite spot. Second, in addition to going to the same place and using the same phrase, make sure to praise her during and after the act, as mentioned above. No matter how perfect your puppy is, remember that all training is a process. Don't get discouraged over accidents. The bad news is, these things will happen, but the good news is, it's not yours or your puppy's fault. Instead, look for what's working and keep building on your wins. Don't expect miracles even when your puppy is housebroken. Don't expect miracles. Remember to set your own expectations at the right level. Your puppy will still have accidents. It sounds bad, but it's not. It might be because she is so happy you're home. Although your pup may obey commands like, sit, and, stay, she still may pee a little in sheer excitement. And that's understandable. Or it might be because she's behaving so fantastically, you forget she is still just a puppy. If that's the case, you might forget that she still hasn't got complete control. So you may forget the routines that make your puppy great. Also, you must test your dog once in a while. As she grows, the duration for how long your puppy will be able to hold it in will increase. Testing this can go well if you're patient and careful. But if you're not, remember accidents will happen. When your dog is a year or so, expect her to have few accidents, if any. Setting your puppy's routine. Your puppy is not old enough to manage self-control at first. This means that you need to be in control and set the right framework for your puppy's potty training routine. You will find that having a basic schedule will make it much easier for you and your dog to succeed faster. How to potty train a puppy successfully means taking her outside to eliminate during the following times. First thing in the morning. Avoid getting your pup excited by greeting her with too much enthusiasm. Staying calm and speaking softly will help your puppy hold it in better. After every nap. Whenever your puppy wakes up from a nap, it is her first reaction to go to the bathroom whenever she wakes up. During and after play, your puppy gets so excited she might need to go, even if she doesn't know it yet. 5 to 30 minutes after feeding time. You'll soon learn if it's 5 or 30 minutes, but until you do, start with bringing your pup outside 5 minutes after eating and be patient. Just wait for it. If none of the above happens, take your pup out every hour. This depends on the size of the dog, but this is a good guideline for the most common breeds. This will give her the opportunity to relieve herself before it becomes an urgent matter. How to potty train a puppy. Consistency is the key. Consistency is the key to success in puppy and dog training. You need to be very aware that how you behave will determine if your puppy succeeds. So be sure to be consistent when you train in order to help your puppy understand what you expect from her. This is also true when you walk your puppy. Often we just concentrate on how often to walk the dog and assumes that the dog will take care of all her business just because she is outside. Of course, most dogs will. However, some puppies are so overwhelmed by all the smells outside and the possibility to play or go for a walk that they totally forget to pee and poo. So here are some additional tips on how to potty train a puppy. Always go to the same area. The scent will make your puppy want to go, and this will create a strong habit, and we all love good habits. Do not play with or talk to your puppy until she has done her business. Instead, cue her to pee using the same word or words. Could just be, go pee, or something like this, do not go for a walk. Walk around on the same spot so she does not get distracted by new smells, things to see, noises, etc. all the time. Be patient, and if it does not go the way you want it to, take her out again as soon as you come inside. Always go to the same surface. If your dog prefers to pee on grass, go for that, even when you're away from home and the usual spot. Make it the last thing you do before going to bed. Remember to be patient here as well, even though you just want to go to bed. If she needs to go in the middle of the night, just keep it silent and quick. She might think it's time to play after having relieved herself, but you must show her it's not. Do so by being silent and returning to bed immediately to show this is not the case. Establish regular eating habits. Do this by controlling what your puppy eats and drinks. Remove her bowl of food when she is no longer interested, even if she has not eaten at all. This is important because you must take your puppy out 5 to 30 minutes after she has eaten. If you let your puppy graze and eat all the time, you won't know when to bring her out. And don't worry, she'll eat again later in the day and won't starve. Consider removing her water bowl an hour before going to bed unless it is very warm where you live. And always let her drink 1 to 2 hours after her last meal. This will help your puppy form the habit of sleeping through at night without needing to go outside to pee. Most puppies can sleep for about 7 hours without having to relieve themselves if you get the conditions right. That sounds good, right? By following the simple steps outlined above, you will be well on your way to having a successful potty training method on your hands, and it works. Identifying when your puppy needs to go. Even though you get all the routines right, your puppy is a lovely living creature, not a machine. So she might want to relieve herself at other times, as well. As a consequence, you must always watch out for the signs she needs to go out. If your puppy looks restless, is barking or scratching at the door, there might be a reason to take her outside. If your puppy starts sniffing around and/or circling, you have to hurry. Take her outside right away, because this is a sign that she wants to trample the grass down to have a poo. She does this to avoid having grass in the butt. Remember, accidents will happen. How to deal with it? Unless you're Superman or Superwoman, or your puppy is a unicorn, accidents will happen. This is just the way it is, but the important thing is how you deal with it. Here's what you need to remember: how to potty train a puppy with love. Be patient. Don't punish your puppy when she pees or poops inside. Watch for signs. If you don't catch her in the act, just clean it up and keep a closer eye on your dog the next time. To be brutally honest, it's your fault, not hers. You didn't recognize the signs. Avoid being angry. You don't want your puppy to be afraid of you or afraid to relieve herself in your presence. That will happen if you punish your puppy for doing something it needs to do by nature. Punishing will potentially do a lot of damage to your dog's mental health, so don't go down that road. Use distraction. If you catch her in the act, you must interrupt her. Make a noise so you distract your pup, but avoid scaring her. Next, take her outside. Praise her. When you take the puppy out, be patient and wait for your pup to finish what she started inside, and praise her for doing so in the right place. Limit where your puppy can go freely inside. It is vital to the success of your puppy's potty training that you keep an eye on her at all times. Limiting the area where you leave your puppy to run free can help. To do so, close the doors to rooms you are not in. Also, use a child's safety gate or grid to create a smaller space if you are in a big room. You can do this in every room you are in yourself. Give your puppy the opportunity to get to a door to show you when she needs to relieve herself. Remember to give your puppy the chance to make eye contact with you, even when you create a limited area. You want to encourage her to learn to let you know when she wants you to take her out. If you do not have a gate or grid, or if you prefer, you can tie your puppy to your waist or leg with a string. This will remind you that your puppy is on your tail. It also makes it quite clear you're the responsible party. You must make sure to always keep an eye on your puppy. It will also prevent your puppy from sneaking away to do whatever she feels like, which can be very helpful in potty training. Crate training and your pup. In reality, it's almost impossible to keep an eye on your puppy at all times, even during the first critical days. You need to take a break once in a while and give your pup one, as well. But you must not let your puppy roam alone in your house, and that's why a crate is a good solution. If you introduce your puppy to her crate in the right way, she'll see it as her den. All dogs instinctively will not want to soil their den, so here nature helps again. So, what's important to know about crates? Size matters. It's important to use a crate large enough for your puppy to stand, lie down and turn around without any problems. But, it must not be so big your puppy can divide the crate in a sleeping area and a place to relieve herself. Also, you must consider how long to leave your puppy in the crate. Never leave your puppy in a crate for longer than 2 hours. If your puppy is a small breed, then leave her in the crate for an even shorter time. Remember, a small dog has a small bladder. As a rule, puppies can be left alone depending on their age. To calculate it, take their age in terms of months and add 1 to determine the hours. Never leave your dog in her crate for hours at a time without water, though. Even when you know how long your puppy can stay in her crate, don't push it, or she may come to hate it. However, most puppies will love their crate. The crate will provide a safe place for your puppy that will be useful for many years, even long after your dog is potty trained. It is crucial to never use the crate as a punishment. It's important that your puppy sees the crate as her den, so she'll enjoy it and she won't want to soil it. Now, you might think this is punishing, but if your puppy views her crate as a safe shelter, it's much different in your puppy's mind. Want to learn how to crate train your puppy the best way? Click here for inspiration. Dogs smell odors you can't. A dog's nose is about 1 million times stronger than ours. And this is good to have in mind as they prefer to go to the same spots to relieve themselves. This will help your training, or spoil it. So to help you and your puppy choose a specific spot to relieve herself, the scent will remind her to pee or poop right there. This is also true if your puppy has had an accident inside. So, it's important to clean up any accidents right away. Remember to use enzymatic cleanser rather than an ammonia-based cleaner to minimize odors. Warning: some cleansers can be lethal to the puppy if she gets a taste for it. See what else can harm your puppy. Rodaline is an example, so do your homework to protect your pet. Tips for indoor dogs: or leaving your puppy alone for a time until your puppy is old enough to wait for you to come home before she relieves herself. You must set the right conditions for her. This way you can make it possible for your puppy to achieve success. But, if you are not home to keep an eye on your puppy, what should you do? Here are some ideas to try. Use a kennel. If you are fortunate enough to have the opportunity to put your puppy in a kennel, this is a wise solution. Remember, your puppy will see this area as a kind of crate. So, when you come home and take her out, you must give her the opportunity to relieve herself outside, as weird as that might sound. Find a responsible person. If you don't have an outdoor kennel area, find a responsible person to check up on your puppy and take her for a walk to let her relieve herself. Consider your neighbor or perhaps even a professional dog walker. Set up designated spaces. If neither of the above is an option, or if your dog is a designated indoor dog, you must give her the opportunity to relieve herself inside. Keep your puppy in an area with enough room for a sleeping space, a playing space and a separate place to relieve herself. In the designated elimination area, use either several layers of newspaper or a sod box. You can make one yourself. Read how to make a sod box, or you can buy one. Using a sod box will make it easier for your puppy to learn to go outside when it grows older. Potty pads. Potty pads enable you to teach your dog to relieve herself indoor on the potty pad in the same way you teach a dog to relieve herself outside. Should you later choose to bring your dog outside to potty, you can teach her by gradually bringing the potty pads outside. Be aware that it takes more time and requires more patience to go from potty pads to using the great outdoors. Also, potty pads can smell a bit like towels and freshly washed clothes, so using potty pads can make it more difficult for your puppy to know where it is okay to go. Limit accidents. If you find an accident in the house, clean it up and place some of the soiled rags in the designated elimination area. The smell will help your puppy recognize this as the place to relieve herself. You can also buy training aids that will do the same with a drop or two. Create an elimination area. If your puppy is not to become a designated indoor dog, place the elimination area near the door to the outside. This is because you want your puppy to get out every time she needs to go, but should you fail, you want your dog to seek the door to give you a heads up. Be aware that allowing your puppy to relieve herself inside can prolong the learning process because it confuses the puppy. She will be wondering if she can go outside or inside, or both. If you want your puppy to eventually relieve herself outside, don't allow her to relieve herself inside. Seek other possibilities. Puppy potty punchlines. You may be reeling from all the information you've received on potty training, so here it is in a nutshell. Be patient. Be quick and consistent to get your puppy out from the first day. Set up a good routine with your puppy. Praise your puppy when she does what you want. Let her know she's a superstar. Never punish your puppy for having accidents. They will happen, but you can use them as a teaching moment by staying calm. Set your puppy up for success by keeping an eye on her always. Do this by restraining her area and using a crate to give both of you a break once in a while. You'll only have to keep this close eye on her in a very short period of time and it will be time well invested. Soon she'll be a grown, calm and confident dog and be able to hold it for hours and hours. Except that this, like all training, is a process. Look for what's working and keep building on your wins and focus on getting better over time.